Evening, everybody. How are you today? Thank you for stopping back in and dropping back in, stopping back in. I don't know what that is. Anyways, um, glad that you're here. Today, energy is very weak. Gold and silver looking mighty fine. So let's have a look at it. Let's have a look-see-dook-see. We will look at the Dixie first. Uh, Still short-term bearish in this wedge here. This one, this bad boy here. However, if we start to curl up again tomorrow at the FOMC, we can zoom out and we can have a look at it here. It, as you can see, it really wants to make some sort of rounding bottom here. But yeah, tomorrow FOMC will decide where we go. That goes for all markets basically. But anyways, for now, we're still in this bearish wedge here going up and below the major red trend line still. We had a peak up today and then we went back down again. So this one still holds. Bitcoin, what is Bitcoin doing? A slight update, 2%. Not much, still fighting with the 30K resistance if we zoom out here. The 30K, you can see it coming across all the way. Let me remove that. Good stuff, you can see it here, right? This is the big resistance zone from 28 to 32K. Below that, it's bearish for Bitcoin. It needs to get above, otherwise, long term, it's to the downside. Gold, look at gold, mighty fine. Again, very surprising to me that gold did this today, had this massive pop here. But as you can see, let me just zoom out here and just quickly not go in here. This was my view, uh, um, which I started the week with, and we popped to the upside out of this small squeeze here. You can see it here. A small squeeze, we popped to the upside, very good, and we finished at the high of the day. Very bullish for gold. I really thought that this candle here, what was it yesterday, where we had a big pop and then we reversed down again. I really thought that this was the one that we were going to break down. I think I mentioned that yesterday as well. I didn't think that we could do this today, but I think the overall sentiment regarding banks and so on, I think helped push us to the upside here. So surprising to me that this happened today. Um, yeah, silver, same thing. As you can see here, yesterday we had the big pop into the 26 zone, and we reversed big time on the 8 hourly. And again, the pop today, again, very surprising to me that we had this big of a candle on the 8 hourly. But then again, we need to get above 26. Otherwise, uh, I wouldn't say bearish because this is the big momentum run, and then we have a consolidation. But for further upside, we need to get above 26 for a day or two. Then as you know, I think 26 is the main and last thing to get above 26. It comes down to that, in my opinion. Okay, platinum had a little bit of dip below, and now we're just below the long-term golden trend line. We maybe actually need to be here, so you can still see we're actually still below. And also we are below this low here. So platinum, short term, not the best. We need to get back above 1050 thereabouts. Um, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see for that one. Let's skip palladium. Okay, let's go to the gold miners. Big effing day today for gold miners. Let's zoom out here. You can see these are the simple trend line that I had. Breakout, false breakdown, breakout, retest, and now we are sitting here at this inverted head and shoulders, retesting again, as you can see. And this is very good. We have a breakout, we have a retest, and if we resume here, insanely bullish on gold and silver miners. So yeah, it could be a pivotal time in motion here. As I mentioned in the intro, energies are weak. You can see out here, it's all like 4 or 5%, but let's dive into it. Yesterday, I added this bearish wedge going up here. As you can see, we broke down today, retesting the blue neckline here, not the neckline, but my bull bear pivot trend line, and yeah, we need to return here. Otherwise, I think there's a lot more downside to nat gas. Um, but then again, this is the best try in like 1 year for a bottom. So let's see what happens. Um, yeah, next oil again. Big down day today, 5.6%. That's just absolutely insane. We filled the gap last week, and yeah, now I think if we zoom out, as you can see, I think we're going down to like 65 ish in that area, which I also mentioned 2 weeks ago that if the gap fill doesn't hold, we are going down to 62, 65, depending on how low we can go, and from there we will see. Um, but today's candle is very bearish for sure. XOP, the oil and gas explorers, you can see here. I posted this on Twitter as well today. We have this long-term trend line going up here, 2 years more or less. You can see the connections all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. We had a breakdown, retest, and now it looks like we're resuming over, confirming what oil is doing basically. So yeah, very bad day today as well. So next low is right here, as you can see, 114.5. If we lose that, then we are in for major, uh, a lot more downside. So this is the last dance to me. 114.5. Let's go to 10, the solar. Look at this. We have been looking for this squeeze for a very long time. We can maybe adjust it a tiny bit, but no matter how well we want to we want to add it, we have broken down here. We still have the double support maybe. So at some point, as you know, we will go in for a retest. Uh, I cannot see such an important long-term trend line not being retested. To me, it doesn't make any sense. As you know, that's how I look at it. So we are getting a retest at some point, and that's where it all will stand if you are looking at it to go short or to go long, how this retest will act. XLE, same as oil, insanely bearish today, 4% more or less. We are still above the long-term golden trend line coming up here. And I mentioned that this could be an inverted head and shoulders. It looked like it. We have the neckline up here. But today we actually, pop right well below. It can still be, an inverted head and shoulders, no doubt. But the right shoulder will be further down. But we have this gap down here at 73, and maybe that gets filled before we go higher, or maybe even lower. That is. But the sentiment right now in energy, with all this recession talk and banks failures and so on, is it's not good for sure. Not good. URA, same thing, 2.2%, and we are still in this squeeze here, in this bearish triangle. And yeah, it's bearish for one reason, because we have the move down here, right? We have the move down. So hopefully it will hold. But again, energies overall looks insane, really sick right now. So yeah, energy is not good, not good. I just wanted to show you this one, the Brazilian ETF, just for a long-term view. As you can see, this is one heck of a squeeze, right? This is the '08 bubble, and ever since we have just been squeezing all the way down, more or less across the board here. One big squeeze. So at some point, I think we will turn to the upside, because I think there will be more investment going into a country like this, maybe compared to the US, which is insanely high valuated at the moment. So if we get a breakout to the upside, then this is where you can start to buy. And of course, we can also get the breakdown here, which would result in a target for me, this one right here. So this will probably be something like 5.2 in that area, which also, as I just noticed here, is the low here from '02. So a big squeeze. Just wanted to let you know. Um, there are other places to invest beside the US, and if this can be one big move. Same here, the China large cap ETF, one big sideways action ever since the global financial crisis, more or less. And when will we go long in this bad boy here? Is basically when we get above the blue trend line. As you can see here, we have the blue neckline here. If we get back above, that's where you want to to buy this ETF for any major Chinese companies. But for now, the green support is holding on barely. So yeah, we have to watch and follow how that goes. Shipping also related to oil or energy, sorry, because shipping going down, oil going down, energy's going down. Global recession thoughts and views are very high this time around. So global shipping, the boat ETF breaking down here from the green support right here all the way across, breaking down also the long-term upcoming golden trend line here. We are below now. So at some point we'll probably retest and then we will see what happens there. The retest is always the important one because you can have breakdowns and then pop back to the upside. So retest shows and confirms the breakdown or the breakdown or to the upside. So let's have a look at the dry bulk shipping ETF. I haven't touched anything since we last looked at this. We are still in this sideways um, formation here, and still we are below the golden trend line, which is this bad boy here, connecting these highs here all the way across, and also this one here actually. So again, you cannot be bullish until we get back above 10.6. If we zoom in, it's yeah, the top of this channel right here, this one right here. We need to get back above and stay there for some time. Then we can go bullish on the dry bulk shipping. Excuse me. Okay, that's what I had planned today. So energies looks very bad. Shipping overall also had a very bad day. Gold, the gold miners, very good, very good. But yeah, FOMC tomorrow. Please comment below what you will think they will raise. Will it be a complete pause with a 0% increase or 0%? Or will it be the 0.25, which I think everyone is looking at? Please comment below. I think I think actually it could be a 0% because given the last week banking crisis, or even today, if you look at all the banking sectors, it's just a big red bloodbath. Let's see here, yeah, 2.2% in the XLF, and I know that a lot of individual companies or banks are just getting hammered today with double-digit losses. So I think there could be 0% because they know that the market is sick right now. But let's see. 0.25 wouldn't surprise me neither. So, anyways, please comment below what you think. And as always, the good stuff and the bad stuff, just give it to me. I like to improve, and I want to give you the best experience with this 10 minute, well, 13, but anyways, 13-minute videos that I do every day. Have an awesome evening, and we will see you on Twitter. Otherwise, we will be back at it tomorrow. Have an awesome day, guys. Cheers.